Yo, welcome back to
Yo.
Apartment 103. This is episode 32.
Yo, 32 next year for me, baby. Let's go.
Man, 32. We've been releasing episodes 32 weeks in a row, bro.
Yeah. You know what we haven't been releasing?
What?
Consistently?
What?
Snips.
Mm.
I don't know whose job it is, but we need to have a talk with the guy in tech. The guy in marketing.
Nah, I heard he's busy. He's like super busy sometimes, and he doesn't get around to it.
But that's the problem.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to fire him and find somebody else.
Or we could give him a raise. You know, I think a
How much
raise,
you getting paid?
Nothing.
Me either. So who gonna raise him?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's right. So, okay, maybe we could just give
If
him
I was getting $2, I'd give him one.
we could give him a pep talk. That could work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We can try that. We'll see how he does next week.
Hey, I know he was nervous. All right. Like we start every episode, we kick it off with Let's Get Deep Friends Edition. I don't know who does the icebreaker this time.
Go ahead. You got it.
All right.
Yeah. I'm nice with it.
All right. We're going to kick it off with level 1, the icebreaker. Oh, we didn't introduce ourselves. I am Alfredo.
And I am Hector.
And this is Apartment 103. We did say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Let's Get Deep Friends Edition. This is level 1, icebreaker. What is the most exotic fruit you've ever tried?
Exotic?
I don't even know what classifies as an exotic fruit, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say like the nastiest fruit I've had, papaya.
Papaya.
Just ain't it ain't for me. It's exotic because I didn't really know what it was when I tried it, but
That's how I felt about kiwi. Like I was kind of like, what is this? I wasn't that excited about it. I don't think I enjoyed it too much. I like kiwi drinks, but
like strawberry kiwi.
Yeah,
Fire.
Yeah, but yeah. As far as exotic, I've never had. Have you ever had dragon fruit?
I have bought dragon fruit, but I did not eat it.
Oh, I heard it makes you shit.
Maybe I need to eat some.
Clean out the whole system, bro.
Yeah, detox.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm very mediocre, very uncultured,
Yeah.
very basic in the sense of what I eat.
Yeah, I got grapes, apples, oranges.
Just oranges. Nah, like oranges, watermelon, kiwis,
Watermelon, yeah.
grapes. I'm not
cantaloupe.
I don't do a whole lot of apple, a whole lot of banana.
Cantaloupe.
I'll tear up some cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe.
I'll do pineapple very rarely. I mean, very rarely.
Yeah.
I will eat it, but I don't go after it. Like if it's all if only fruit I can get, I'll take a bite. You know,
I think I liked it. I know I like it, and I enjoyed it as a kid, but as an adult, I don't think I've ever had it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I'm just not seeking it out. Oh, actually, I did have it once whenever I tried it on pizza. Not a fan.
Yeah, no. Abomination.
They
No
just-
offense to y'all who like pineapple on your pizza, but don't order pizza around me.
I just don't think that they mesh well, like flavors wise. I like them both. Yeah.
I feel you.
Grapes.
No, yeah, I tear it up.
I like green grapes.
I like both grapes, and I like raisins. I know you don't.
I'm not a fan of raisins.
Yeah, no, but it's just a dried up grape type deal, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
So they say.
Right. I don't look like it, but
I never dried up a grape before. I know whenever they're sitting in there too long, I don't want to eat it.
That's true. That's true. Oh, plums.
Ooh,
Tell
juicy, bro. Get all upon you. Yeah,
just like that.
It does. It's a mess. That's a commitment, bro.
That's how I feel with kiwis, though. Once you peel them things, like
70% water.
Succulent water. Oh,
man. Yeah.
Now I'm over here drooling.
I'm drooling over here. That's funny.
Okay.
Let's move on.
So yeah, we don't have exotic fruit.
We should try. Talking about dragon fruit and then making you shit. Have you ever done a juice cleanse?
No, I want to though.
I want
Low
to
key.
as well, but like I'm not doing nothing that weekend. I want to do it over the weekend. I don't want to do no.
Is it only a weekend that it does? That you do?
I think people do it for a week, but I think I should probably start with the weekend. I'll probably start with one day, to be honest.
Well, let's see how far I can take this juice. Okay. Yeah. We should do a little challenge and try to do that. That'd be cool.
Record the podcast while like, oh shit, take a break.
Oh shit, gotta take one.
Yeah.
All right. Level 2, right? Deep. Have you gone or would you go to a psychic or medium? If you've been, what did they say? And has it come true?
I haven't been. I would go. I don't believe them, but I'd go to like see what all
the fuss is about.
Yeah, like give me some.
What the hype going? What's the hype talking about?
I ain't making no facial expressions though. I'm like, go. I ain't giving you nothing.
I'm going in acting completely opposite of what I feel. Throw them all the way off.
Yeah.
Like, I hate this.
They're gonna be like, your grandfather's name started with a B, and you're gonna be like, Bartholomew. Oh my God. Stupid bitch.
Yeah. Joke's on you. I ain't got a grandpa. I was born from a tree, bitch.
Damn.
Mother Teresa is my mama.
Yeah.
I don't know my grandfather.
Have you been?
No.
No.
And I probably wouldn't go just because I really don't have no interest in even finding out if what they're saying is valid in any sort. Yeah. Because I don't believe in it either.
But it'd be interesting.
No, yeah. I mean, if someone was like, "Oh, hey," right then and there, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Sure, if you're at a party and they have one in the corner and she's entertaining people, yeah, I get in line.
Yeah.
If the line was short, I'll stand there.
Yeah. More than 3 people though, I'm like,
right now. Yeah.
Beer pong's calling my name.
I might circle back. See what the line looking like.
Yeah. So.
But my sister went to one when she was in New York, bro.
Oh, I think you mentioned some of this to me.
Yeah.
How'd that go again?
So, basically what they told her was that there was a curse on our family. A curse that none of us would be able to find love in the long term. Right?
What's long term? I think past 10 years?
I think maybe forever. Like to die with. Which is hard to disprove until you die.
Right. Like you only know until like I was like, bro, it's not your family that only got that problem.
Yeah, honestly. 50% of marriages.
Right.
And so the story that she gave was that it was a curse passed down through generation. So it wasn't that they cursed us, but they cursed our father.
And sins of the father.
Yeah, the sins of the father. So then my sister called my dad and was like, hey, this is funny. She just said something, yada, yada, yada. And my dad was like, I did fuck with like a little witchy lady when I was younger. And like she wanted more.
He's like, nah, that was a bitch.
Like, it was like she wanted more, but I decided not to. And then she did say she was going to curse me, but I don't believe in that shit. And then she was like, yeah, that's it. And she was like, what? So she went back to the lady. The lady was like, yeah, I could cleanse all your whole aura, girl. Don't even worry about it. I cleanse your whole aura.
You find love tonight.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I could cleanse you.
Like, you going to get some. Never mind. Never mind. That's your family.
Come on.
My fault. My fault.
You know this, sister.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But she's like, I can cleanse your whole family in one go. And obviously, you know, a price tag was coming. She dropped the price tag. I don't remember how much it was, but my sister was like, "No, I'm cool, man.
Are we keeping this curse?"
No,
come on now. You're telling me you can cure a curse through one person? It's just gonna cure everybody that's alive right then and there. I don't know, man.
That's a crazy dance. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, like I've seen some animes where it takes a lot out of somebody to cover a zone of people and like lift the curses or doing any kind of magic.
That's
or whatever.
What the money's for, bro.
You know, unless you're freaking Dragon Ball Z, you know,
got all the Dragon Balls.
Right.
Cleanse this woman's family.
Cure this curse.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're like the main character, like you're not.
Yeah.
You're not curing everybody at once. Like maybe you can cure that person. I don't know. See that right there. That's what makes me not believe that.
Hey, but my sister was happily married at the time. She not no more. She getting divorced. It was in the air.
So what you're saying is we never know, because if she would have got cured,
She was being selfish in my book. Cause now
like, you the reason why it failed.
now
You
my
had to-
marriage is got an expiration date on it. Cause she don't want to shell out $1,000.
That's it.
I don't know how much it
No,
was. But nah, I'm in New York, baby. I ain't giving $1,000 in one place. Got me fucked up.
Now you being selfish.
Yeah, but the game is the game.
Like, but I wouldn't present it with the opportunity.
Maybe
I
my
wasn't
kids
presented
will
with the
cure this.
offer.
Maybe my kids will cure this curse. If I could have kids, I mean, damn.
Right, like I gotta be with somebody that have kids.
Yeah, how cursed am I?
I mean, you only gotta be with them for a night.
Boom. Nah, I'm not
Keep
doing
that
that.
legacy going.
I'm not doing that. That's not worth it.
You've already been with yours for more than one night, homie.
Yeah, but I'm afraid of commitment.
Yeah, the curse exists with this one here.
Woo! All right, let's get deeper. Go ahead.
Oh, deeper.
Alright.
I feel like you're doing pretty
You always
good.
get deeper than me, bro. It's crazy.
Deeper.
You just
Even deeper.
It sounds like a growl. Sound like a bass in the car. Car down the street, you can hear the bass. All right. Deeper. If you had access to the black market, what would you buy? The government's watching.
Never did nothing. Whoops. Ain't buy nothing. I don't. There's a black market.
The what? The
Wait, hold up. I didn't know there was any other markets.
No, what would you buy? Well, okay. What do they sell there? Can you give me some ideas?
You can get organs.
You go all the time. What do you normally
I
see?
mean, no, I don't go. I've never been. But from what I've heard from the wiki, you know what I'm saying? This is wiki certified. Is like, you can get organ parts. You could get like surgeries, I would assume. You can get drugs that you can't necessarily get. Like experimental stuff. I don't know.
Ooh, could you
weapons?
I could get a new identity.
Yeah.
With good credit?
Probably not. Oh. No, it depends on how much you say you wouldn't give $1,000 to cure a family, but I mean, if
That's
you give
different.
This is probably gonna cost you a couple grand.
This is about a future I care about. No, I'm just kidding.
True. As long as it's in a different country, I feel like it's alright.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know what they'd sell.
I'll buy a couple hearts. Start juggling them.
Like that man's playing with his hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably buy some kind of weapons though.
Yeah.
Just some really cool shit that's
be
probably
fair,
illegal to not have them and be like, oh yeah, no, I got that when I was
got a
in
hand
the
grenade.
military.
Not a hand grenade, a grenade launcher.
Yeah. We actually almost did bring it empty, a used AT-4, which is like a recoilless rocket launcher or whatever.
Oh really?
Type deal. Yeah, it's just the outer shell or whatever. The where you load them up and whatnot, but it was already expended and whatnot. But you'd have to get like it was like 3 tiers or 3 levels or 3 like in command of 3 different levels of signatures. And so the guy that was trying to bring it back to the States was all like, nah, too much work. And I'm like, it kind of would have been cool, man. I'd have wasted my days trying to get some signatures.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything else. But
That's fair, yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of what I would do. I would definitely get something that's sharp and exploding. One of the two or both.
That reminds me that the story of you guys almost coming over with that thing. It reminds me of that time that we were coming from Alaska. And we were about to cross into Canada, and we had weed and bullets.
Yeah.
And you didn't know if you could get the bullets across,
Right.
and we didn't know if we could get the weed across. So we ended up not doing it.
Yeah,
And just to get to the border, and they didn't check anything.
They're like, do you have these things? No. Okay. Wave me on.
Didn't look in the
I
car.
said, what?
Yeah.
Mother, I could have been high.
Yeah. That was crazy. And then Claudia got hella high in the back seat because we had the pen. And she was like, oh, I'm going to use it while I can. And she got stupid high.
The last few days in Alaska was just wild, dog. Anyway, yeah. What about you?
I don't know what I would get.
You don't get to say that.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking. I just
So like this is a very outing question.
yeah, and it kind of makes me feel boring because there's nothing that I want there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I have no need for like a black
I'll
market.
probably buy like an exotic animal, like a tiger or something.
The white blue-eyed tigers. You trying to be one of them campaigns, one of them
little baby one, bro. Grow up so it loves me.
Oh, I will. Instincts don't change, baby.
Not the way I raising it.
Yeah.
He gonna be a bitch. No, yeah, I would probably get like something like that, like an exotic animal that I could raise as a baby, and obviously eventually release. But it's gonna be heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, that'd be dope. That would
Throwing
be dope.
big old steaks at it. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Some like Scarface type stuff right there.
Oh yeah. All right. So what's next? What you got?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I did have a question about it was about dishes. Okay. So when you do your dishes and you dry them or they're dried or whatever, you pull them out of the dishwasher and whatnot, and they're ready to get put away. Your cups, are they up or down? Like the opening.
I believe they're up. But I do know, I know some people put them down. I think even I used to put them down, but I think Claudia puts them up. But also because we don't have that many cups, and we have 2 cups that go inside each other. They're the same cup, so they just stack inside each other. Then we have a whole bunch of like cups that she bought from Starbucks that are just like plastic versions of their cup, and so she has like a stack of them stacked on top of each other. But also we don't use the dishwasher. I am the dishwasher.
Right. But I mean, regardless of whether you use a dishwasher or not.
Well, how do you put them?
I do them upside down.
Yeah.
Well, you only don't do that just cause, right?
Yeah, I think with a lot of things in my home, I don't have a preference.
So it's whatever they want, just cause.
Yeah. They have a preference. I don't care. We'll do it your way.
I also don't care, right? But things have been different. Because I'm putting them up, and I'm like, naturally, I just, boom, and I'm like, these other cups ain't like that, so I have to flip it back up. My thought process on the whole thing is, if it's upside down, nothing can get inside of it.
No dust is falling into it.
Not only dust, nothing that's crawling around in there. If there happens to be anything crawling out, granted, they shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be.
But you know
be.
how there's spiders in your house, and you're like, you don't know, you never see, whatever. Yada,
Definitely
yada.
spiders in your house.
Yeah. So I mean, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Any type of bug, any type of anything. Like, it doesn't have to be something nasty, but just,
We oddly get ants in the summer in our apartment.
just like randomly.
Yeah, it's very weird. I don't know if we got them last year, but like we're on the 3rd floor. It's crazy. I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing over here?
Traveling.
Yeah. they got
lost.
They got lost at some point. Took a wrong turn. Started going up instead of down.
Yeah, so just kept going. Kept going.
I'm like, damn, the floor is really far today.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's flipped upside down, generally you don't have to worry about things getting on the inside where you're putting your liquids and you're gonna be drinking from.
Mm-hmm. What, do you do the same with the bowls?
I don't, which is odd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, those also they would take up a lot of space though if you put them on, cause like up with the bowl up, you can stack them inside each other.
You can't. You can stick them on top of it. It's literally the same
that
thing.
feels less secure for me. Like, it feels like they don't sit as good as a cup would.
I mean, I still stack my bowls though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Upside down?
No, not upside down. Like
Oh.
regular. I just
Yeah.
because I feel like it'd be the same,
I don't have the same confidence on it upside down.
but I feel like it because so if you put it upside down or right side up, you get the base.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put it upside down,
You got the base for the first one. You got the sides for the first one, but not on this one. And then you throw another one on it, and you throw another one on it. You know, like just feels like eventually, if you stack like 4, you're playing with fire.
The other one, it's like everything's grabbing it from the sides, so you can.
It's securing it. It's hugging it. But the other way, it's kind of.
It's balancing on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, now you're seeing the vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
We really just
Never
talk
gonna
about
eat out of my bowl.
It's gross.
Like,
Just rinse it.
there's been things touching this.
Give it a little rinse.
Yep.
Just gotta wash it all over.
Not gonna do that same thing for all the cups. If that's what I'm not really worried about it. To be honest, but I'm just saying.
I honestly
It's just
don't
always been
don't even use cups that often.
So I got a bottle of water.
Yeah. That's
And
mostly.
soda.
I got a bottle of water, and then on Sundays when we go to Whole Foods, I'll buy a can of their like brand sodas,
Oh, okay.
and I have a can of that, and so there's that. And then if I go to like a restaurant, McDonald's or whatever, comes in a cup already.
Yeah. So why y'all got cups?
We have 3 cups.
Oh, you got more than me.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. I got like 6, 7 cups.
Yeah. Well, Claudia's a big fan of cups,
And you only have 3?
but she's a big fan of like the cups that have lids and like straws and like all these things.
Oh, okay.
So
like,
the
like
one
water cups or like coffee cups, and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have 2 cups that are like regular cups, and then the third cup it has a lid, but she just doesn't use the lid. Whenever like you come through, well, you and I will use the regular cups, and she'll get the other cup. So yeah, because it's only 2 of us, we only have 2 cups, 2 actual cups.
Yeah, that makes sense though. It keeps things simple.
Oh yeah,
Very simple.
yeah. We have plates, but we don't use them. We use paper plates. Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff just for looks.
And it's in case the president comes to town. Well, not this president. It's in case a president.
You
comes
getting a
to-
paper plate.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
Put your hands like this.
You eating at your hands. There, you made me
Yeah. But yeah, nah, I don't know. Somebody gifted us the plates when we got married.
Oh, okay.
So
That makes more sense.
We've been had those for like 11 years, bro.
Dang.
Yeah, and occasionally, I think at first we used them, and then eventually Claudia was
Like,
like,
man,
I ain't washing them shits.
That's funny.
Yeah. You get tired, bro?
I stay tired.
I stay tired.
Yeah, no, I went to sleep at 4 a.m. and woke up at 8 a.m.
You haven't
7.
talked about having the whoop.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So in case y'all don't know, man, check out my Whoop-D.
Mm.
All right, this is my Whoop-D 4.0. Very minimalistic. It does get caught on some things because I'm still not used to wearing something on my right wrist.
Mm. Oh, you ended up double wristing it?
Yeah, I didn't like the other thing because it just felt super bulky on my
Okay.
hand. And
I
then
feel
on
that.
top of that, it's like now I'm getting caught on top and I'm getting caught on the bottom.
Yeah.
It was not as... It was great in idea,
Mhm.
terrible in performance.
Now you look like a fucking spy. You're just
Yeah, on
you're like a double agent, dog.
I'm actually thinking about getting rid of my Apple Watch.
Yeah, why?
It does all like the health stuff is getting calculated over here.
Mm.
I could just wear a fancy watch or nothing.
I really want to wear a fancy watch.
Yeah, and I mean I'm not saying like I can't have the Apple Watch and a fancy watch, right? Like when I go out, I swap it out, put on something
Yeah.
fancy. But like I could just take them both off at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well I know I'm gonna be at the park, so I don't want to be on my phone. Maybe I keep my Apple Watch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just know that I'm very tempted in not using my Apple Watch,
Yeah.
at least as frequent as I usually do.
Yeah.
This thing monitors all my sleeping. I'm always in sleep debt. Actually, look, how I'll pull it up and I'll see how much it is. I had it lowered. I
Yeah,
lowered
last night you
below-
told me you were 2 hours.
I was below 2
Below
hours. I
2
was
hours of
an
sleep
hour
debt?
and 44 minutes.
So this thing kind of reads your sleep. It like keeps track of all your like, basically all your vitals and shit.
Yeah.
And so like it keeps track of your sleep, and if you are supposed to sleep 8 hours, but you only get 6 hours of sleep, then you are in sleep debt, and it keeps track of that, and it accumulates, right?
Yeah.
So like if 3 days you don't sleep well,
Right,
you're having
well-
a bad fourth day.
Yeah. So it does go up, but it doesn't go up like by how much. I don't know how they necessarily calculate it,
Mm-hmm.
but so yesterday's sleep, right? It says I went to sleep at 4:10 to 7:55. So only 3 hours and 17 minutes.
Oh, this morning when you got home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But it says I had really good like deep sleep. I was over my recommended.
Yeah.
So like my sleep efficiency was 90%.
Once you're asleep, you're asleep.
Yeah, I was done. I had 50% light sleep. I woke up 10%, and my REM sleep was below. So that's the only thing that I'm not getting is I'm getting deep sleep. If I could lose a little deep sleep and put it into REM sleep, I'd be optimal.
Yeah.
Optimal prime. But so let me see here. If I go to sleep, the sleep category, it says I need so it said hours of sleep was 3 hours and 17, and the sleep needed is 3 hours and 47 minutes. So my sleep, holy hell, dude, you won't guess.
What?
I'm super tired right now, right?
Yeah.
It says my sleep debt is 19 minutes. But I'm about
Wow. You just get those done right now. Catch up right now.
right. Hey, you keep talking to them. I'll be up in 20 minutes. Bro, what the hell? I have no idea how that happened.
That's crazy.
That is super crazy. Like, I don't know if y'all can see this, right? But this green line, that's my sleep debt, or my sleep needed. That thing plummeted from yesterday. To be fair, I was taking naps all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, I was out skis, bro.
Did you feel like you wasted your Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I initially, when you said that, I was like, damn, that sounds like a dream. But then I thought I would be pissed if I did that.
But supposedly I got enough sleep, and I'm still tired. How? I don't know, man. Maybe this thing's a fraud.
Well, you have been up a long time because you woke up at 7:30.
Yeah, I haven't taken any naps.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
That boy
dying.
cranky.
Yeah, no, I'm not cranky. I'm not cranky. Alright. No. So yeah, and then it also gauges your recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on like your sleep and whatnot, and your what is HRV, heart rate variability. It determines that resting heart rate, respiratory rate, sleep performance. All of that plays a role into your recovery for the next day.
Okay.
And also like determines like how much strain you should go through, because it's already telling you, oh, your body's this strained in recovering from the day before or from the sleep before or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like a daily like strain average that you can meet in order to keep yourself in your optimal stress zone, essentially. Because there's good stress and there's also bad stress, which normally the bad stress is like when you push your body too far, but you want to be in this optimal range of strain.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of good stuff. This whole week, like my strain has just kind of gone down. Which is probably why my optimal strain right now is kind of like pretty high, and I'm not hitting it because my body's recovering pretty well.
Yeah.
Because it's not super strained as it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thanks to my old job and having an HSA, I was able to get this like subscription for a year.
Yeah.
I would say for free because I didn't see the money and yada yada. I had forgotten. I didn't really forget about it. But I couldn't withdraw it without having to like pay the taxes and stuff on it, because it's pre-tax money that goes into the HSA.
Yeah.
So I was actually able to use the pre-tax dollars from that to just go ahead and give me a whole year of this stuff, because it is FSA, HSA eligible. So if y'all have that, I don't know if I can get any referrals or anything, but if not, either way, it doesn't matter. Go out there.
Yeah.
If you have the FSA, the HSA, and you're struggling with like monitoring your sleep, your recovery, and your like optimal strain level for your body to recover from exercises and whatnot. Yeah, I highly suggest going to get the Whoop. I have yet to be without it for more than 5 minutes off my wrist.
Yeah.
I clean it, I wash it, put it right back on.
I originally, when I heard of the Whoop, I heard about it through the Shits and Gigs podcast.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause they had got it and they were talking about it and stuff, but they refused to say the name of it. They were like, they would call it something else, but they were like, it was similar to Whoop, but they wouldn't say the name.
Mm.
And they're like, hey, we're not saying the name until we get the bag. If they run the bag, then we're going to say the name.
Oh.
And obviously we can't do that. 'Cause they had a fan base at this point already.
Yeah. We have no one.
But they
Just kidding.
eventually they did drop a bag, and then they were talking openly about it. They're like, it's the Whoop and stuff. And they're like, I think they got a code where, like, if people subscribe, they would get some.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was really cool. But that's when I sent it to you. I think it was like last year. And I was like, bro, we should get this. And now, well, a year later, you actually got it. And now I'm like, oh, you should get it.
Yeah, so it is kind of expensive. Like, it's if you do the 30-day trial, the only problem is, right, if you don't plan on buying it for the remaining of the next year, or if you're planning on doing a month-to-month basis, I think you have to have it for a full year before you can just keep it, like the device. But it's useless without the subscription.
Yeah.
I believe it was $200, something like that. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
For a whole year. I mean, it is a shiny penny, but if you look at it in the sense that it could potentially upscale your life in the sense of quality sleep, and effective stress levels to keep you, performing at your peak. Yeah. I think that it's worth the 200 and something, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
tempted to get it. I think it's a nice feature. It has nice features, and I think it's a lot of answers to things that you always wonder about, like with sleep wise. I know that I'm not getting the right amount of sleep or something. I just need some answers, man.
Yeah, and especially now for me, because like I have the CPAP, bro. I almost freaked out last night with that CPAP. I like flung that thing off my face.
Why?
I don't know. Like at some point, dude, it felt like I was just claustrophobic.
Ooh. Oh, that's
like,
scary.
When I was going to sleep, everything was cool, everything's fine, like, and it has nothing to do with the fact that it's like on my face and whatnot, and like me moving and whatnot. But at one point, man, I it could have been like just like in my dream or something, but like I woke up and I was like upset. I was just pissed, and I was like, Dah! And I just like flung it off, and I was like, I need that.
It was like Wolverine.
Yeah. So I ended up having to get it and put it back on. But I was like, dude.
Dang.
I don't know what happened. I was good after that. I just had to get mad at it once.
That's scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaking alien tech. Yeah. So, but you think you slept well with it?
Hey, man, I'm down.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
I've been killing my sleep debt, man. I've never had it lower than 20 minutes, bro. Bro, I'll go sleep in the car before I head home. I'll be like, I don't even need to sleep.
You're good.
Yeah. Actually, my wife says that, or the Whoop says that I need to sleep now.
Oh, really?
I was supposed to be asleep like 2 hours ago.
Bedtime.
Yeah, but
2 hours ago.
Yeah, but it doesn't know
that you're not working tomorrow.
Exactly. So they don't know that, like,
shut up, bitch.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on in my life.
You don't know me.
Yeah, so. Yeah, anyways, yeah, that was quite a bit long explanation on the Whoop, but I think it's cool. I like it. I've enjoyed it.
Back to the thing about the watch, though. I did, my watch died on me, my old watch, the one you gave me in Alaska. That one died on me last year or the year before.
Like died as in like quit working?
Like it died and it just never turned back on.
And you had it on the charger for like...
Yeah. It just... It ran its course. You had it for a while. I had it for a while. It said... I have
another one.
It said...
That is just hanging out in my house.
He said, I'm clocking out, boss. He clocking out.
It's been a good run.
Yeah. He went on the eternal lunch break. R.I.P. But... I never realized how attached I was to the watch, or like how I was kind of like reliance, like a slave to the watch, bro. Cause like I would check my wrist, like nothing on my wrist. I would check it all the time. I would people would text me and they'd be like, "Yo, I texted you like an hour ago," and I'd be like, "Oh, you did?" And I'd be like, I didn't even get the message. I don't even know where my phone is. But usually, like, if they texted me, it would have came to my watch.
Yeah.
I started not picking up calls from Claudia because my phone was somewhere else. I was reliant on this watch, bro. So much so that, like, I went 2 months without it. I was like, I gotta get a new one. I gotta. It's fucking me up. My life is.
I almost lost my marriage. I almost lost my friends.
My life is in shambles, and it's so sad how that happened so quickly, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even sure it was 2 months. It might have been one.
It might have been 1 week. Bro, I've lived 6 lifetimes.
Yeah, bro.
My boy said I went back to the Stone Age and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Man need fire. You know?
Yeah, bro. I was like, how was I living before this? It was a whole other world.
A whole new world. Yeah, no, I feel the same way, which is why I'm like, with this, it takes care of all my workouts.
Mm-hmm.
It notifies y'all whenever I hit my rings or stuff, and I'm not even clocking any workouts.
It notifies me when you go up some steps too hard.
Yeah, like, that boy working.
Oh, he getting here soon. Actually, he just came up these steps.
The only thing as of right now that I would improve on the Whoop is a pace, like, counter or pace keeper.
Like a step?
Yeah, no, not steps. It has steps.
BPM?
No, like your pace. Like when you're running, it tracks how fast you're running or like your pace. It does do mileage, but I'm like, I don't know. I need to know if I'm doing like a 5-minute mile, 10-minute mile, 12-minute mile, 16-minute miles. I need to know per the mile type deal so I can kind of, gauge myself.
Yeah.
You tell me I'm going 3.2 miles an hour.
What does that mean?
Yeah, like, okay, thank you. I'm not walking for 3.2 miles.
Yeah.
Just to find out I only went an hour out. You know, that means I only get 6 miles whenever I going an hour out, going an hour back. I put in 6 miles. Now I know I'm like I don't know how many. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to gauge that for pace. I guess I just wish they would do it like the way the Apple Watch does. It's like 16 minutes. It's per the mile.
So you're going to finish a mile at 16 minutes.
At this pace, as long as you keep it, right? Obviously, it fluctuates, goes higher, goes lower. And then by the end of the mile, you're like, okay, well, this is what I hit.
You know what was weird the other day when I did the run on the treadmill in the fitness room? The treadmill said I was at 2.32 miles, and the watch said I was like at 1.9 miles.
So that track is going to move at the same consistent pace. But if you realize, like, whenever you run it, you can jump up high enough that you cover more ground. But you're only, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I stand there and I jump up or whatever, and the treadmill moves a certain amount of distance by the time I hit the ground.
Oh, I see, yeah.
I can cover more ground, essentially, like. So I'm actually moving faster, but I'm putting a lot less effort into it. So like really, I am only probably moving at 1-point-something miles. Because as long as I'm off the treadmill, it thinks I'm doing the 2-point-something.
You thought I was just feet on the side, treadmill running?
Kinda.
That's what you thought I was doing?
No, that's what the watch. That's what I'm telling you. The watch thought you was doing that. I ain't even know you ran, homie.
No, the watch didn't think I was doing that. The treadmill. No.
You said the treadmill was saying you was clocking you at 2-something, and the watch was saying 1.
So the watch was like, you're not doing all that running.
Yeah. Like, we know you're not moving that fast.
Mm.
And I think you probably were only doing the 1 mile thing. I think the watch is more accurate.
Maybe. But, that run is speed up, slow down for 2 minutes.
Yeah, the interval.
Yeah. That word. I thought maybe the treadmill would be more accurate because it was actually going up. Like, the treadmill was going up to the speed that I was going, and then it was coming down to the speed that I was.
Yeah, I personally do not trust that on the treadmill because of that. Like, how do I explain it? Because if I do a bigger stride, I'm at the same. But if I'm on the street and I do a bigger stride, I'm having to put more effort in to keep going than if I'm just putting in shorter strides. I feel like I take a lot more to keep up with it at a shorter stride, but if I open my stride up, whatever, but I also don't feel like I'm moving at that same speed.
You're covering more distance?
Yeah.
And it longer stride?
it makes. I mean, that makes sense anyways, right? But like, I just don't feel like I'm at that same speed though, because the treadmill is gonna go whether I'm going or not. Like,
yeah,
because I slow down, I back down on the treadmill, I go back up. So I'm not always at the speed.
I'm up on the control board.
He's like, I'm on that little roller at the very.
I'm trying not to hit the emergency stop, bro, with my gut.
Yeah, I've been there.
I'm afraid that it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna just run right through that bitch.
Oh, I'm taking this whole thing with me.
Like
sorry.
football tryouts or something.
Like I kept going to the coach blow the whistle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't feel like sometimes I feel like I'm faster. Like I'm like
really
faster because I'm like well whatever setting I have it at because I'm moving up on it and I'm like I'm moving faster and then I have to back down and I'm moving fast and it's like I know that I'm not going. I know for a fact that I'm not going that same speed that's the treadmill. I just do. I just know that that's not. It's gonna move at whatever speed it's gonna be set at. That's its job. My job is just to keep up. But that's
why I hate the treadmill.
Yeah,
it's like one continuous speed. I'm not a fan.
Now when I'm walking, I feel like I'm probably going closer to the actual speed.
Walking on an incline, I love the treadmill for that.
Yeah, 100%. Now, but there could be some fluctuation. There could be some deviation in the actual range, elevation, all that other stuff, whatever. But I feel better at that. Plus, I can watch my show.
Do you think that's why some treadmills ask you like your weight and your age? No, your age probably not.
I think it's your weight and age is because of like,
where you should be RPM.
Either heart rate or your calories. Because if you're not holding on to those things, it's just gonna do an average for that based off your weight and your age. Is what I'm assuming. It's like so they can kind of give you accurate output.
Yeah.
On like your calorie burn and your heart rate or what zone you're working in.
Gotcha.
That's what I think. I don't know. I don't build these things, but that's my best guess.
All right, so
yeah,
I have been watching Attack on Titan.
Yo, new verdict.
Boy.
Yeah, y'all ready for this shit?
Boy.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the fucking reaction I wanted the first time.
Yeah, nah, it's crazy, dog.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, what's so crazy to you right now? Where you at?
So they just revealed that. Is it the blonde girl? What's her name? Is it Jenny? She's the Titan.
Annie.
Yeah. The Annie is the Titan, the female Titan.
Yeah, that's why I was like, whenever it was on, I was like, how much do you know?
Like Claudia said, she was looking at you like,
yeah, because I was asking the questions. You didn't catch on, but I was asking the questions.
She was like,
because I was like, I don't know, I can't remember this exact moment. I'm like, do we know? Do we not know?
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, why are they chasing her?
She was, she, like, you guys were speaking a language that wasn't clicking with me.
Yeah.
But I remember that I was watching. So spoilers if you haven't seen Attack on Titan.
Right.
What the fuck are you doing if you haven't?
My non-anime buddy just called you out. That's some shit. If you haven't watched it, now's your time to watch it.
For anybody that has doubts and says, "Oh, this shit's probably overhyped," it's probably not as good as they say.
Ain't that it's slow? It is a little slow. It has its moments.
Yeah.
But
like I'd say the first
good storytelling.
5 episodes are slow, and then it gets cracking.
There you go. That's hype it up, baby.
And then like
this
the
is
episodes,
genuine.
And then like the episodes are too short, and you're like, what the fuck? And I have stuff to do, so I can't start a new one. I just can't start another one.
Yeah, that's man.
Yeah, no, but if you're on the fence and you're like, nah, it's probably not even that good, kill all that. It's good. It's that good.
And if you don't believe him, experience it yourself.
Yeah.
Don't rely on other people's opinions, and don't kid yourself or like eliminate something from yourself just because you're like, oh well, it's overrated. I don't want to try it. I do that shit for movies where I'm like, I don't care what people are saying. I'll listen to it. Okay, I'll keep it in my mind. But I'm like, I'm gonna still go watch it.
Yeah.
I want to go watch it.
Yeah.
Even if it's a trash movie, I gotta experience it myself.
Sometimes I'll look up a movie and it'll be like 13% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna still watch it.
It might be bad.
I just gotta go in there.
I got a fair warning, yeah.
Knowing it might be bad.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, spoilers if you haven't seen it, you should. It was the episode where they revealed that Annie is the female Titan, and I know that they were like, it's somebody in here, it's one of us.
Right, they were talking about the spy or whatever. Yeah,
they were talking about all that stuff, and then Armin is like, yo, we're trying to sneak him out. They're gonna kill him. We need to sneak him out and stuff. And so he like guilt trips her into doing it. And then they get to the tunnel, to like the underground like steps where they go like underground for something, and she doesn't want to go because she's scared. And then
this is when there's like a parade or some shit that's kind of going on or something like that.
No, the streets are empty.
Oh, okay.
Streets is empty, but then you see mad people hitting.
It's like a little entrance, right?
Yeah,
it just goes down a few steps. It's not like super. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like I'd say it's a good 10 steps.
Yeah, but it's not like you can't see the street anymore. It's not there in the tunnel.
Yeah. So you can. It's just darkness.
I remember where you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but there, she's like, I think she's starting to catch on to what's happening, right? And she's like, it's crazy how the streets are mad lonely right now, and I'm just sitting there like, that is crazy, ain't it?
Damn.
And then, but like nothing. I'm just like, good observation, Annie. That is crazy. And then she says something else to Armin. I think she's like, I can't believe you wouldn't trust me or something. And I'm like, that is weird. That is weird.
You hadn't even caught on
I'm
yet.
just like, yeah, that is weird. Anyway, you gonna go down or? And
then, what are we doing here?
And then
still a plan to execute.
And then Armin was like, yeah, I mean, it was at that moment when you didn't want to kill me that I knew, and I was like, oh my god, this is the one. I was the whole time, bro. I was just like, yeah. Like once I found out, I was like, once it clicked for me, I was like, there's like a gif of Joey from Friends where he's just like, like that was me, bro.
Like the realization just hit you as hard as it could. Like,
it was a Kirby-sized gasp. The way yeah,
one fucking inhaled
coffee table came up. Yeah, bro.
Oh man!
And I knew it was gonna be somebody. I knew it was gonna be a blonde person because the Titan, Eden's Titan looks like him, or Aaron. Aaron's Titan.
I think you were like using an accent.
No, but Aaron's Titan looks like him, right? The hair's the same and stuff. A little uglier, but it is what it is. Just a little bit. So I was like, this has to be a blonde woman. And there was a blonde woman that was with them in the woods. But I was like, they're both existing at the same point. I was like, you
never seen me and Batman in the same room.
Yeah. And so that even when they were like, okay, now we're going to talk about the military police and we're going to talk about Annie again. And I was like, cool. Nothing, bro.
Bro, I wish I would have seen your reaction.
Claudia was hype. Claudia was hype. She was like, "Yes, it feels so good to see your reaction to this." I was like, I was just chilling, bro. I was just innocent.
I wasn't even ready for this.
Yeah, bro. I was a civilian.
Yeah, man.
But the show's really good. I was laughing at how sometimes they like cut corners with the animation. How they're like, if two people are talking, they show behind their heads in the sunset and stuff, and nobody's moving. You just know that they're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll do like the stills where they're just standing there and they do like a voiceover of them talking to each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're clearly cutting corners to like save time on animating. But when they do like the action sequences, when they're flying with the what was it? The ODMs?
ODM, not EDM. That was me. Hey, but it be feeling like that. It be hype like that.
But when they're using the ODMs and they're flying through the town and like hitting buildings after buildings, that is animated so well, bro. I'm like, oh nah, I don't even mind that they cut corners over there.
It's like, as long as I get this action,
because they clearly were prioritizing this shit right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
bro.
man. Dude, I cannot explain to you. Like, there's so much that's gonna just like, it's gonna continue to just blow your mind. You're gonna be like, nah, fam. Yeah, it's.
And then
like those comments. So I'm
gonna pull up the comments. Yeah.
Keep going,
that was so fun. I know during the scene where they had to bring the bodies back and they had to make the return back to town. Claudia was about to cry. I was keeping it together, barely, but I was keeping it together. And then was it I really should memorize their names. One of the girls that's part of Levi's squad.
Sasha.
No, no.
What are we talking about?
Captain Levi has a squad, right? Like one of the girls from there dies. I don't remember her name. Ends with an A.
Ends with an A?
Ends with an A.
Most of them have an A.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, not really. I bet Sasha does, but
Mikasa ends with an A.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Krista? No, she was one of the. She was with the different group.
I have to look it up.
All right, but I got it right here. So
yeah. Read the comments, bro.
So as y'all know, there's a clip out there. Well, if you watch this stuff, right?
I'm actually not gonna look it up. One of the girls. All right. You know what? I'm not gonna look it up because I'm afraid of running into spoilers.
Yeah. Yep. So in the video, one guy said.
Okay, so just to recap the video, I said, oh yeah, I've been watching Attack on Titan, and you were like,
what's the verdict?
And I said, it's alright.
Yeah, so
a fool I was, bro.
Yeah.
A fool I was.
So the very first comment said, it's all right. In quotes, it's all right, bro. Has no idea.
Bro has no idea.
Yeah, bro has no idea what he is about to experience. And I was like, right? As long as he continues to force himself to watch it due to my recommendation.
Yeah.
And as you can see, both of us were correct. Now, I don't think you've gotten to this part yet, but
the chant thing?
This is a quote from Commander Erwin. Said, because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world. My soldiers push forward. My soldiers scream out. My soldiers rage.
Yeah, I figured that was like a quote from like the group there, and I was like, okay, I'm eventually gonna run into that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's.
I was reading these comments. I'll tell you after this, after you do the next one.
And then so I was obviously the one commenting to you guys.
Yeah.
I was like the Commander Erwin, Survey Corps salute, and then the other guy said, you will be surprised and you will like it. Very cut and dry.
Yeah.
And I was like 100%. 100%.
And then we got one on YouTube. Do you have the YouTube?
Oh, I can pull it up.
Yeah. I know we got one on YouTube as well. One of the things about the comments is that I was very surprised by how non-hostile they were.
Yeah, they were like supporting you.
They're very supportive, and it wasn't like they weren't upset with me saying that it was all right. Like, it was that one guy that quoted it, but he wasn't upset. He was just like, "Whew, okay, okay."
Like, you have no idea what you're gonna get into. So the one on YouTube, it says, even if it's not your style, I think you still probably enjoy it at least. Extremely well written show. Still hasn't really started by episode 3, which you've already confirmed.
Yeah. And so these comments, I was just like, it kind of like invoked confidence for me, because I was like, people aren't angry about it. They're very confident in the fact that it's a good show.
When you know that, you're like, the story sells itself, but just keep going.
Yeah. It's like, I don't even got to try to convince you. I just know you're going to like it.
No.
And that's really what kept me like, okay, I'll keep watching. Besides the fact that we agreed that we would do this, I was like, okay, well, these guys, they're not angrily pushing their show on me. They're just like, hey, man, if you commit to it, you will enjoy it. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, dude.
And they're right. Bro, it was good.
I am so happy.
I'm not done. I'm on episode 24.
Yeah.
So we're getting. I think we're getting
close
done
to the
with
end of season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm extremely excited. I'm so happy. That means you'll probably start or keep going into season 2 and stuff.
Oh yeah. Definitely gonna keep going. Claudia is like,
Yeah, she ain't gonna let you stop, huh?
no, she's like another episode. She was mad at us for not watching another episode last night.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to sleep. I was woke.
Yeah,
I was awake.
she was asleep in 2 minutes.
Bro, yeah, she was
Um,
gone. Like I'm about to be, but yeah.
she did say that we shouldn't watch it together though, because we were cracking jokes all throughout the episode.
Were we?
Yeah, bro, we missed so much dialogue,
What are you talking about?
bro.
I don't even remember.
We were cracking so many jokes that when I watched the recap of the next episode this morning,
You were like, what happened?
they said something about. They said something like to like actually explain what had happened.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
They gotta explain what had happened at the end of the episode, and I was like, "Oh, that happened!" Like I didn't even remember, bro, because we were just cracking jokes.
That's right, because whenever they kind of like we were talking about like the way that they like cut them up, we're talking about we need the ODM.
Yeah,
You know, it was like
yeah.
the way he's like Trump said, "Grandma pussy." You know what I'm saying? Like,
They put that pussy on the floor.
just so hope. Yeah, okay, I do. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
we shouldn't. I'm sorry.
Well, you said you were gonna restart it. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
gonna catch up to me pretty quick.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll be
Yeah.
there tomorrow.
You know what? Since it's gonna be a while before you get Apple TV.
I probably will get it this next week.
Oh, okay. I was gonna recommend you a different show, something that I really liked.
Okay.
You have HBO, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Max.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forget it's not
You're
called
right.
HBO
But
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah. Max, you have that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a show called Barry on there.
Barry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
Let me
show.
lock it in because I will forget.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you what it's about. I really enjoyed this show. I thought it was a really good show. It's one of those shows where you're just like, I'll watch it, sure. And then you watch like the first episodes and you're like, oh shit, actually, I ain't doing nothing else actually. So what the show's about is about a hitman.
Okay.
Have you seen Superbad?
I don't think so. If I have, it was so long ago and it wasn't that memorable.
So one of the cops, there's two cops on there, Seth Rogen and Bill Hader. Bill Hader is the lead in the show.
Okay.
Yeah, so he plays a hitman, and basically this hitman gets sent on a job to California, to Los Angeles, and when he goes to carry out this hit, the person takes a acting class, and he goes
The person he's after?
yeah.
Okay.
He ends up in his acting class, and he's like, "Oh shit, I kind of like this acting shit. It's pretty good." And so then he starts to try to become an actor while still trying to balance like the hitman life, and he like gets into like this whole like thing.
By hitman, it's like killing them?
Killing people.
Oh, okay.
Hitman.
Like legit. Okay.
Yeah.
Not
Uh,
like bounty hunter. I don't know why I was thinking.
No,
bounty
no,
hunter.
not
Okay.
bounty hunter. He's like he gets paid to kill people, and so that but he's trying to be an actor. He's ex-military. I think he's like an ex-marine.
Oh.
And so he gets into this business straight out of the military through a family friend, and boom. But it's so funny, but it's also very drama heavy,
Mm.
and it's some of the best writing that I have seen. Where I'm just like, yo, like I wish I would have thought of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's so good. Bar the final season. I didn't really enjoy the final season.
No?
No.
I would ask about it, but if I'm going to watch it,
Yeah.
I'll probably get to it
I
and
think
I'll
there's a
understand
couple
it.
shows that don't really stick the landing on the final season, which is unfortunate.
I feel like that's how a lot of people felt about the House of Dragons. Was it House of
Game of
Dragons?
Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
House of Dragons is...
That was spin-off. That
Okay.
came- I think that's
That
before.
shows you how much I know about it. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, it was... I heard a lot of like...
People were upset about
blah,
it.
you
Yeah.
know, about the last season. Because I watched up to season 5, something like that.
Isn't there only 6 seasons?
No, I think it's 8.
Oh, probably. I think there was only 6 episodes in the last season.
Yeah, I don't know because I didn't get to it. But
really?
yeah, I should probably pick it back up and just kind of see what the fuss was all
It
about.
feels like your type of show.
No, dude, it was. But it's like once my attention got or like pulled somewhere else, drifted somewhere else, totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
You just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, like there were some things that I'm like, yeah, I wanted to watch that, and I just don't have that fire to watch it like I did when I was planning on trying to watch it.
There's so many shows that's happened to me with like Lucifer.
I started that and then dropped off.
I think I watched like 3 seasons of it, and I was like, yeah, I love this show.
Watch that much.
And then it went away because like the season ended, and it came back because like I think the network had dropped it and Netflix picked it up, and I was like, cool, I'll watch it when it comes back, and then I just never watched it.
Yeah, that's happened to me a few, which is why like sometimes I don't like watching something that isn't finished, because once they take that break, I do get that cool down.
I haven't watched the last season of Umbrella Academy.
I haven't either.
You know there was a last season?
No.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops. Okay.
We might have to commit to watching it together, bro.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I thought that was such a good show too.
Oh yeah.
Umbrella Academy was super dope.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. There's only 2 seasons or 3 seasons?
I think I saw 2, so there should be 3.
Yeah. Okay, so I've only seen 2, because the first one is one where they were 5, not 5. Is it 5?
I think it was like 4.
The little kid.
Yeah, like he teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes back from the future and he's trying to stop the end of the world.
Yeah.
And then season 2, they go back in time.
5.
They go back in time and they try to stop the end of the world.
Yeah.
And then the end of season 2, they lose their powers. And then I didn't watch the last season.
Actually, I don't think I saw it to the end of the season 2 then.
Oops.
That's all right.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you how they lose their powers.
Right. But I mean, even at the end of the day,
yeah,
I'm not a huge stiffler about getting spoilers.
I agree. I feel like if it's good, I'm not gonna mind the spoilers.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna enjoy it just as if I didn't know that what was gonna happen. Because seeing it and hearing it are 2 different things.
And I'm gonna lie, sometimes I guess the spoiler right away.
It's like, yeah, I can see that coming.
Yeah.
Or you're like, I can see that coming, and they lead it all the way up there, and at the end they just nah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Hell yeah, I love that. Like
one of the books I read, everyone in my family has killed someone. The whole time it's like a murder mystery type deal, and I was like, oh, it's this person. It's this person for sure. And then as the book went on, I was like, well, actually, maybe it's this person. Or this person. Or and it ended up being the first person that I chose. But they created enough doubt where I was like, hang on. Who was it?
I got so many lines to where you're like, oh shit, I got lost.
I got so much yarn pointing at different pictures, bro.
Suspects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we've reached the end of that. But yeah, dude, we should definitely start cracking down on some of these shows that we want to watch.
But yeah, you should watch Barry and see how you feel. Watch the first 3 episodes like I did.
Yeah.
See how you feel.
And then, we'll probably link up again.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was the episode. Tell them what it is, bro.
It's Apartment 103. Yeah. We are signing off. Yeah. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Leave your feedback in the sense of answering the questions, asking your own. Hey, applauding this man for pushing through and finally enjoying Attack on Titan as he should.
Thank you.
But it's not because he actually enjoys it. It's just because the story's just that dang good. And tune in for my little TV update. But other than that, thank you guys. We appreciate you guys being here.
If you have any recommendations for shows that we should watch or even movies, let us know.
Facts, 100%. Well, you don't have to go home, but you gotta get the fuck out of here. Peace.